Welcome to the Build a Joomla website video tutorials. My name is Richard Pearce and I'll be taking you through this course, which is designed to help you get a basic Joomla website up and running very quickly. One of the challenges of producing any training course is teaching at a level that keeps everyone happy. This is particularly so with Joomla, as some people are very experienced building websites using other software where others haven't ever built a website. So, throughout this course, I teach at a basic level, but if you're an advanced user, I will let you know when it's safe to skip ahead. At the very least, you need to know enough about computers and the internet to get around. If you can visit a website, download software and open files on your computer, you'll have no difficulty understanding my step-by-step instructions. The best thing about video training is if you don't understand something the first time, you can watch the lesson again and again until you do. Just click on the player controls underneath the videos. Also, if you happen to have difficulty understanding my funny Australian accent, you can follow along with the captions below. Anyway, let's get started by looking at a quick overview of Joomla.
In this first lesson, I'll talk about some reasons to use a content management system, which I'll refer to as a CMS, what you can do with Joomla, and the Joomla requirements. Now, I guess you wouldn't be watching these videos if you weren't already convinced that a content management system is the way to go. However, just in case you don't fully appreciate the benefits, here are some reasons why you should use a CMS over a traditional HTML editor. It's easy to update. You just use your web browser, which is a tool that you're already familiar with, so you don't need to learn a new interface. You can update from anywhere in the world. No installed software is necessary. With a traditional website, you need to make updates using software located on your computer. A CMS allows you to update content from any internet connection. More than one person can update the site. Although some HTML editors support multiple users, it's generally much easier to maintain and assign individual permissions using a CMS. Design changes are easy. This is one of the most powerful aspects of using a CMS. If you wish to make a design change across all of your pages, all you have to do is make one change to your template and the change is reflected throughout your entire site. There's no need to pay someone to keep the site updated. Website maintenance can cost a fortune. You control when the site is updated. As you have full control over the updates, you don't have to wait for your developer to make changes. If this is your first experience with Joomla, you might not be aware of what it can achieve. On its own, Joomla is great for creating simple sites with pages of text and images. I'll be talking about this more later, but one of Joomla's greatest strengths is the enormous number of third-party add-ons called extensions. These allow you to easily add functionality such as polls, registration forms, and news feeds. Many extensions are free, but some are commercial and require a payment. Some extensions allow you to create specialist sites, such as magazine sites, e-commerce, membership sites, and forums. Before you get started with Joomla and this training series, you'll need to check that you have the following. Joomla initially needs to be downloaded to your computer. It doesn't matter what you use, a Mac, PC or Linux. You need FTP and zip software, and I'll show you how to get these for free in Lesson 3. You also need a web host and a domain name. Most Joomla installations run on Linux. However, it can also run on Windows hosting. As the vast majority of Joomla installations are on Linux, using the Apache web server, these lessons focus on Linux hosting. If you're intending to host Joomla using a Windows server, then you'll still be able to follow along, but you may need to ask your host for help with a couple of issues. These days, most hosting accounts include plenty of disk space and bandwidth, so don't worry too much about that. But you do need to ensure that your account includes support for PHP version 4.4.7 and above is best. some third-party Joomla extensions now require PHP 5, so go for that if possible. MySQL database, version 3.23 and above. And support for MySQL, XML and zlib in the PHP ini file. You don't need to understand any of this, just ask your host if your account supports these requirements. You will need to have registered a domain name and have this delegated to your hosting account. Once again, your host can help you with this process. Incidentally, you can set up an environment on your local computer to develop a Joomla site, but this is an advanced technique and not something I cover in this course. If this interests you, you'll find links to these resources on the website. That concludes the first lesson. You've learnt some reasons why you should be using a content management system, what you can do with Joomla, and the Joomla requirements.
I'd like to also let you know about the advanced version of this training series. If you'd rather download these lessons than watch them online, upgrade your membership by grabbing my advanced Build a Joomla website tutorials. There are a bunch of other cool Joomla bonuses included too. Just click the link below for more information. In the next lesson, I discuss why you should choose Joomla as your content management system as opposed to the thousands of other available options. If you're already convinced that Joomla is right for you, feel free to skip ahead to either lesson 3, where I show you how to download and install FTP and zip software, or lesson 4, which is all about installing Joomla.